Welcome back, Stephanie.
Hello.
I noticed a thing because I was just staring at the screen.
What's that?
The logo has a green, it has a red background and a blue background, and it gives the illusion of swirling in circles, but it's actually the red going horizontally and the blue going vertically, and they're offset by half a tick.
I don't. You think it looks like it's supposed to be going in circles?
Yeah, it looks like it's swirling around because it always sticks out at one direction at a time.
It just looks like it's wiggling back and forth to me.
But like the red goes back and forth and the blue goes up and down.
Oh, I guess so.
So it always goes like left down, right up, left down, right up.
Left, right, left, right, left, right, BA, start.
Up, down, up, down, left, right, up, down, down, left, right, BA, select, start.
Just because we use cheats doesn't mean we're not smart.
Yeah, I mean they're not related.
No, that's from that Kimmy Dawson song that was in Juno.
No, I can tell it was from a song.
The Moldy Peaches song.
Look at all of these flickery floor chunks.
So we're back into a girl's brain.
Yep, still in a girl's brain, witnessing all of her fears and whatnots, and she just let us in, surprisingly.
You know,
without even like any sort of like warning of what it was going to be like either, but also like we're definitely intruding like crazy.
We're intruding like crazy, but I think a lot of this is I mean, obviously it would be very difficult to portray like the complexities of a real human brain, but I think a lot of Vela's personal problems are like watered down in a way that a person like Alex, who's writing this game, would make a girl's brain.
Yeah.
Like her being like, oh, she's afraid of gaining weight, because girls are afraid of that.
So I think last time we got the skateboard.
Yes.
They just need to figure out.
You have to go back to your favorite room. It's like the hell room.
It's so hard to remember where anything is because it's just a bunch of doors. Did we ever find out how to use the skateboard? Is it here? It is here.
Ew, I don't like the... You're so lame. Ah! You're so lame. I hate you. Disgusting.
He aims it like a projectile.
Yeah, I like the... so Vela is afraid of gaining weight, and she only likes boys that skateboard because girls like boys that skateboard. That's cool.
Did we verify that she only likes girls? It was a girl that skateboarded. It was Vela skateboarding.
Well, yeah, but remember...
Was that one of the trivia things?
Yeah. But I don't remember if that was even the right answer. No, it was turn off. What's your biggest turn off? And it's like boys who can't skateboard.
Oh. Yeah, I don't remember that at all. They felt really like arbitrary.
No, it was.
It's not like we gained a greater understanding of her naturally through dialogue and repeated motifs, or so much as like we talked to a NPC whose whole purpose was to exposit the one answer to the one question, and then we put it in, and then we forget immediately what it was because it doesn't inform anything about her.
Well, you know, it's like if you know a girl's turn-ons and turn-offs and biggest fears, and you can kiss her.
That's not how that works.
No.
Oh.
How do you stop?
Maybe I pressed it again.
Wow, that's
it doesn't even curve. None of it's right. Okay, no, I get it.
Have you ever skateboarded before?
I get it. The ladder's gone. Damn it. The ladder's gone. Do the whole thing again. No, I've never had a skateboard.
Have you ever tried skateboarding? Anyone else's skateboards?
I might have been on one once just to see if you could do an ollie at all. I don't know if I've really gotten around because it was somebody else's. I don't think I ever like went anywhere with it. So I've never was like using skateboards as like a travel mechanism. Some people just get around on them because it's faster.
People just like, get longboards and they just cruise to work and stuff.
I had a little razor scooter in elementary school.
I mean, who didn't? Am I right? Razor scooters were the bomb.
It was bright orange, and it had my name engraved on it. My dad was like, "They're gonna steal it."
Who was they?
The others.
The others.
All right, we made it somewhere finally. You just have to get the skateboard, which I think, yeah, it has no sound effects, and it doesn't animate like a skateboard. He never kicks.
I mean, it has a vague like rolling sound.
And he doesn't like curve. Does it?
Yeah.
Are you hearing something?
No, yeah, can you not hear it? I just have really good hearing.
You've definitely damaged your hearing more than I have.
Yeah, that doesn't mean it's I definitely have. That's for sure true. Yeah, you don't hear that?
It's incredibly quiet.
Maybe it's in your other headphone.
Let's put both headphones on. Oh, it is. Wait. No, it's only playing them with the right ear. I think. Let's
Why?
see.
Oh no, that's true. That's true. I switched headphones too.
Yeah, you can also look at the desktop audio and you can see the right bar, the bottom bar of the two goes up and more than the other one does.
I just thought I was just a whiz at hearing for a second.
No, I just only have my left headphone in because there's a person in the room. But that's not how the luck. And you only have the right one in.
Yeah.
We became a test case. My God. Anyway.
What is the purpose of only having it play through one headphone?
I don't know if that's intended. I don't know. Ooh.
Woo.
That's how I know that song.
The Darude Sandstorm.
Like now it's like a meme because it's like everywhere or something, but like I only knew it from I only knew this song from Dance Dance Revolution, like Max 2 I think was the one, which had like Darude Sandstorm in it and some other stuff, and I had it at home with a pad and everything. We ruined those things. It's so much rougher playing at home because you have the plastic pad that like slides around on the floor and shit, and it moves, and then the sensors start getting damaged. But then, yeah, randomly I'm watching like a Kings game, a basketball game, and like it just starts playing in the background, and I'm like, oh my God, it's the song from TDR.
No, it became like a meme for a while. It was a popular like.
Yeah.
The answer to everything is Darude Sandstorm.
Yeah, if you ask, yeah. If you ask what a song is, you're supposed to answer Darude Sandstorm. Like it's like a weird Rickroll. I can't interact with a single thing in this room. I guess I'll talk to the woman.
Yeah, the video games won't play with me. I have to talk to the girl. Shit, is it time to go on already? Do me a favor, when my solo comes up, turn the volume down. We can pretend it was a technical error. I hate having to do these stupid shows. So what is that, Vela? Is that the
bassist?
Yeah.
There's a bass solo?
I mean, some songs have a bass solo. That's kind of, that's kind of cool.
It's uncommon, but it's there. And then he died. Or not. I feel like, I don't know, if they're gonna voice act so much for the game, I feel like voice acting the moments that are literally inside their brain, where you're seeing the fractured pieces of their soul, might be a priority. But this is the part they don't voice act. I'm like, what? But are these character moments? So we're only missing one. Is it just the one sitting here?
No. She's saying that last time. Okay, wait, hold on. Where is the other one? Is it the baby? Is it the baby, Keith? Like I said, is it the baby?
Well, there's at least one more ramp somewhere. But
oh, it's to the cult room. We don't know how to get to the cult room.
How did I miss it? Oh, I know, it's like the back of that one dungeon. Did I not go through there?
No, this is the make out with the balloon for some reason room.
Oh, the dungeon was the back room. I was like the longer area with enemies in it and stuff.
Yeah.
I was gonna remember that because at the back of that there was there's a half pipe.
There we go. Cool.
It's also not a half pipe. I'm very smart.
Oh yeah, half pipe's the U-shaped one.
Yeah, a half pipe is specifically it's completely U-shaped, and both of them like end 90 degrees pointing up, and it has to have both sides because it's a half of a pipe. Or if it's just one side, it's a quarter pipe.
It does make sense.
Yeah, like if it's just one side, it's a quarter pipe, but that wasn't even a quarter pipe. It's just a ramp. I'm just stupid. What didn't make sense is that super long jump I did earlier, those were quarter pipes, I think. But that would just make you go up, not across a gap like that. Not like you wouldn't shoot across a gap like 30 feet and then land on the other side.
No, like on like a physics level, I feel like that ramp should have not been like angled straight up. It should have just been like a weird, like an Evil Knievel style one where he jumps over all the buses. It's supposed to not like.
Yeah, it would have been like the one we just did, where it ends flattish.
Yeah, but whatever. I mean, do you really expect the guy who make? I bet you Alex probably has never even ridden a skateboard in real life.
I mean, he made like several types of ramps in the game. He did it.
He's living out his
madman.
dreams. I'm hiding in here. I was supposed to tune the piano before the show, but I have a secret. You see, I'm a piano tuner who can't stand out-of-tune pianos.
That's not good.
They just drive me crazy.
They drive me crazy.
Last time I heard an out-of-tune piano, I smashed it. That's a waste of money, Vela.
You're bad at your job.
I lost my job because it was a very nice piano. Vela, you can just fucking tune it. You're a piano tuner. Your job is to fix it. So I'm pretending to be a guitar tech in here. I think that was her biggest turnoff was out-of-tune pianos.
Yeah.
And that's how we were supposed to figure it out. Was talking to this
just
one.
clicked on it.
Yeah. Shh. Don't tell anyone. That's my pet peeve. Is out-of-tune pianos.
This path is only that. It's not one of the ones we get.
Oh, so this was a useless
Oh god, it's
room
gonna
then.
repeat the whole thing.
Dude, yeah, Vela, what the fuck? You can't like.
Shit. This wasn't actually useful.
Oh, you can go down that way.
Ah! Ah! You can't catch me.
You ever play Gish?
No, I've looked at it.
The only reason I know what Gish is because of Super Meat Boy. I think
it's
you
by
can play Gish.
Matt McMillan, I think his name is.
And that's what that little guy reminds me of. He reminds me of Gish.
Yeah.
Which is, by the way, an adorable name for anything.
That was the game before Super Meat Boy. Ah!
I watched that
He
documentary.
doesn't even walk right. What the fuck?
On indie games, and he was actually a pretty nice guy. I remember, like,
Yeah.
But the guy who made Fez was an asshole.
Keep your eyes closed. No boys allowed. The bouncer has arrived. Yeah, Phil Fish famously does not go over well in that documentary, and then he quit the games industry.
Yeah, I mean,
it's a bummer because Fez is actually really good.
He's a genius. Like, honestly, to make a game like that, I can't even fathom like the amount of spatial reasoning.
Yeah.
And like just puzzle. I don't know. To make something like that has like a ton of foresight involved, and I'm really impressed by that game. I could not finish that game. I had a very hard time with that game because I suck at that kind of thing. But
I actually played that when I was living here. I did a full playthrough of that.
Yeah, but the guy who made it was really kind of self-important, and he was kind of rude to other people. Which, I mean, a lot of like great artists really are just not social, which is okay, but you just you
but
can't.
also like gamers are already like often like there's like the antisocial nerd part of that, and then there's game developers are usually worse, and then people that just work at like tech companies and game studios are often like increasingly isolated and insular people to the point where they just they just kind of like start maladjusted and get worse or stay the same. Like they don't really improve because they're staying in a isolating situation, and it can exasperate your social flaws.
I was watching
there was just an endless series of just like controversies and interactions he was having. It's like just stop
talking.
Just stop. You could just stop.
I was watching one of my favorite moments ever from AGDQ, the Awesome Games Done Quick, is the one where there's this guy and he's doing like a very early morning block, like I want to say it's like 2 a.m. and this was like years ago, but there's this guy sitting on this couch and he's playing this game that like no one even really knows, but the whole point is that there's a guy sitting next to him who's trying to do commentary, and usually the person doing commentary is someone that you like might kind of know, but these two guys don't know each other at all.
Yeah.
And at a certain point, they have like the most awkward interactions with each other, and you can tell the guy playing the game just hates this guy who's making commentary and trying to be lighthearted. And then at one point, the guy who's playing the game looks over and goes, I'd really prefer it if you stopped talking. And the guy doing the commentary just stops talking. And it's the most awkward thing I've ever seen. And people start donating just to be like, let him talk. Like, he looks really sad. It's his birthday. Let him talk.
It's his birthday.
Because it was his birthday.
Is it really his birthday?
Yeah, it was. Because earlier in the playthrough, someone donated and was like, here's a donation for this guy. Like, you know, it's his birthday today.
No.
Here's a shout out to my friend. And he's like, thanks. And he's just like making jokes. Like he's being a Keith, and he's making puns like throughout the game just to like make it lighthearted, because the guy playing the game is not saying 2 words. He's like, he's just being really quiet.
It's almost like they got like a speedrunner on the show that didn't understand the idea of
that it's
it being
a show. Yeah, and he's just like,
it's like, I'm just gonna sit here and do my speed run for 35 minutes straight in complete silence, and everyone's gonna have a great time with the stream.
Hilarious and awkward. And I watched it again because I remember the chat just blowing up because they're like, that poor guy. So people just start donating like, this donation, like, please let him start talking again. Like, we miss him. And like, it was so awkward.
Yeah.
If you ever want to watch it, just type in AGDQ, something like, please stop talking, and it'll be the first one that comes up. It makes me fucking bust up.
This is rough, yeah, in like a really specific way, because yeah, like that person thought they were in the right.
That would be like if
they like confidently was like, yeah, shut the fuck up on like live on stream with tons of viewers and everything during a charity event.
It's a charity stream.
Like, all that context, and he's like, yeah, this is the right move for me. It's like, but yeah, like maybe he has trouble concentrating and maybe it wasn't going well.
No, he just was socially awkward. It'd be like if you and I were playing this game right now and then you refused to say anything and I just tried to like talk intermittently and you shut me down every time, or you're like, that's a stupid thing to say, and then eventually you just told me to stop talking, and then I just sat here the rest of this playthrough and didn't say anything.
I've had that kind of experience before, sort of, yeah, where there's people that like you get into like an awkward situation with people you're not used to, and they just don't seem to understand like what's happening, even though that like you think that like the context is like evident enough, or that we all know why we're here, but like there'd be like a situation where somebody just like doesn't seem to understand the idea of a show, or how to, or like why people behave certain ways on shows and like what they're going for. Like this is like the cooperation breaks down. You're like, all right. Then there's also like really strange moments, like I'll never get over the fact that like the time that fucking Max we were playing Diablo 3 local multiplayer and we're recording it, and he just gets a phone call and just answers it sitting directly in front of the microphone and just starts talking on the phone, and like
that is so awkward.
It's 100% not like a Game Grumps like, or like any other show like moment where like, haha, I'm getting a phone call, everyone.
It's like their mother or
like,
something.
There's no like,
hi mom, like
there's no showy jokiness to it about like the way that some shows incorporate phone calls into the show, and then the person feels really awkward, like oh no, I'm sorry, and they like hang up or whatever the fuck. It's like, no, he's just genuinely having a normal conversation for like 5 minutes, and we're just staring at him, and he doesn't seem to pick up on it. And I'm like, Jesus Christ. All right.
That falls in line with his character a little, to be honest. You're being a kind of a creep right now. I just realized. This
is the best frame of the entire game. Because there's no Alex.
It is all I've ever wanted.
Gone. Yeah, I guess, yeah, those are supposed to be waves, but they don't. It's eerie.
There's no movement to those.
They don't move at all. The bubbles are moving, and like the faucet is moving. There's a little trickle. It's really hard to see.
Are the bubbles? The bubbles are like green, aren't they?
Yeah, there's pulsing pustules of bubbles.
That's gross.
It's really distressing.
This is a child, Alex. Go away. Isn't this a child?
I don't think so, because I think she's the singer.
Okay, I guess.
But she is in a bath.
The reason I think that she's a child is because I know if I lay down in a bathtub, I will not fit. So I think my brain just went.
No, yeah, Vela's just short.
I'm fucking too tall for bathtubs.
I think Vela's like 5 feet tall.
Is this showtime already? I don't think I'm going to go on tonight. Look, it's not that I don't feel like playing guitar tonight. It's just I'm nervous. Just joking. Yeah, I don't get nervous. I'm super good. And I know it. I don't have a towel. That's a decent excuse. Also, eek a boy!
This is how girls react. I need to remember to react like girl. Otherwise, they'll think that I'm like...
I think it's a human being reaction. I think it doesn't matter. Like, if I was in the shower and a girl walks up...
No, I just mean, like, she delayed so long at saying it that it's almost like she's, like, remembering she's supposed to react that way. Like, I mean, Venusaur.
do like Vine Whip or whatever. Do whatever you feel.
Do whatever you feel like, man.
You know, why are you in here? Go on, get the hell out. Creep, pervert, weirdo. What the hell are you doing here? You don't belong here. Spazoid, spazoid. Nerf herder.
herder?
That's our word.
Scruffy little nerf herder.
Neo Maxi Zoom Dweeby. Gagging with a spoon.
Neo Maxi Zamdweeby?
No, Neo Maxi Zoom Dweeby is something that they say in, I think, Breakfast Club. You're totally a Neo Maxi Zoom Dweeby.
No, we just come back.
You have to bring her a towel.
Yeah, she says, oh, great.
I guess I don't have any choice but to dry off. Turn around. Actually, leave the room. Yeah, do that. Oh, so we don't bring her a towel. She just.
Yeah, I just had to come back so that she would go.
Have you ever, taken a...
Gamer girl bathwater.
Ew!
Yeah, there's still a speak icon. Oh, it's gone now. Or is it back?
Me well.
Me well?
Look at the...
Oh.
What the fuck does that mean?
What?
The bath mat says me
Yeah,
well.
no, I see it. I'm just, what?
What does it mean?
I don't know. But this throw rug's a tough pill to swallow.
Oh my gosh, Keith. Shut the fuck up. I'd really prefer if you stopped talking.
You can't stop me.
You know, Vela didn't drain the bath, and I don't respect that. I don't care if it's in your brain or what. You better drain that fucking bathtub.
Have we seen ramps before? We probably have, right?
I don't think so, to be honest.
I should take this fight because I can just heal myself. Just heal thyself.
Gish.
It's like there's probably like town ramps here and there that I can like use.
I don't remember seeing any of those. What?
I have to actually fight. What a drag.
What were you hoping?
I'm out of pee-pee.
Oh no.
And he goes first, so I can't even heal the pee-pee with somebody else. Defense. It's just the fights are so long that LP toss is like an accidental massive godsend to this game. Like, oh my god, I can skip like a lot of the fights. Thank God. There was one person that was like, don't use LP toss, it's overpowered. And I'm like, one, it's in the game, it's like not even an exploit, it's just a basic ability your main character has.
And it's like the main one.
Yeah, but also like, do you want more of the combat? It's easily the worst part of the game is how the combat can at times take up 80% of the playthrough, and it's just these mini games repeating forever. I don't make like tactical decisions, I just play these mini games.
Do you really think that
Oh, let's do it. Oh fuck.
What is this?
Oh fuck.
Oh, you're playing Pong.
Huh. It targets everybody, including my allies. Uh-oh.
Oh yeah. Ha, kill Michael, please.
Michael is very easy to kill.
Good. That's how he's meant to be.
I already killed two of them, that's nice. That was a high damage attack. Damn it. I'm getting worse at that. Stop it! Take it out, Michael.
Oh yeah,
All you've done in this level is get hit.
I see a tentacle every time I look at that.
You see a what?
A tentacle.
Oh, oh yeah.
It looks like the Day of the Tentacle.
Oh, the big purple one.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the suckers are like eyes or something.
Well, I think they're suckers, but I think he uses them and they make like facial expressions.
Yeah. That tentacle's like one of the only things I've seen of Day of the Tentacle.
That's Dan Schafer.
Tim Schafer?
Tim Schafer?
Yeah.
Why am I thinking Dan? Who's
Double
Dan?
Fine.
Yeah, that's what I meant to say. I don't know who the fuck Dan Schafer is.
Yeah. What was it? What am I trying to think? I encountered Double Fine recently.
You played Psychonauts.
No, I mean like this whole time I've always interpreted as like you could be fine. What if you were double fine? Like
Ooh,
like a description of a person. But then I realized I keep seeing signs that say double fine, like zone, like the fines are doubled.
Yeah.
And I'm like that kind of seems. Oh, I don't want to save here because this is last session's. Oops. Actually, is everyone ready to level up yet? Do I need to go in there? Nope. You fools, level faster. Yeah, like there's all those traffic zones that are like double fine zones, and I'm like, oh, that kind of recontextualizes their financial management problems because they have a long history of like troubled Kickstarters.
I know.
Because Tim Schafer's whole thing is that They let me run way too far south here. It looks bad.
Yeah, there's no purpose. There's no purpose to this empty space.
Like they should stop me like here.
Maybe they had to do something because of the camera. Like, I don't know why they'd have to leave all that empty space.
There's no reason to go further down than this, and it looks bad if I keep going. But like Tim Schafer has a long history of like projects that like go over budget, and like publishers that don't want to work with him, like don't want to work with Double Fine constantly, and so they kept getting their projects like canceled, and they couldn't get their sequels greenlit they wanted.
Well, I think they're too eccentric or something.
Yeah, but then they went to Kickstarter, and almost every Kickstarter project they did was like some kind of mess where like they had like the record-setting biggest money ever Kickstarter for their adventure game, and then they couldn't finish their adventure game within that budget, so they had to release the first half of it and have the sales of the first half fund them finishing the second half. And then they did
what adventure game was that?
I always want to say Massive Chalice, but that's their other game. I think Massive Chalice worked out more or less. Broken Age.
Okay.
They did Broken Age. That was like the biggest Kickstarter ever, which has been surpassed a few times now probably, but at the time that was like a big deal for like, oh my god, crowdfunding is a thing. And then
I wanted them to make Psychonauts 2. That was the last Kickstarter I saw them do.
Yeah, Psychonauts 2 is already in progress, I think, and there's already been a VR Psychonauts also.
Yeah, I saw that.
Which I'm sure I'll get to. But like in the space-based DF9, I think, or DF9 or something like that, was also another Kickstarter where like they started making the game. It was early access. It was nowhere near finished. They never really got that far with it. And then one day they're just like, and they just called it 1.0 and stopped developing it. And it's like clearly unfinished, and they just abandoned it. It's like Double Fine has a really rough history with project management, unfortunately.
I was, it's hard for me because I was root for people like that, like all the weird, like people who are always like different and eccentric in their projects. Like I always root for them, but a lot of times like they're just the people that make those kinds of things. Sometimes there's there are certain practical elements that are maybe missing. Like Kojima. Like I was thinking about
Kojima and Peter Molyneux.
I really root for him because I think that he's creative and interesting. But like there are certain practical things that he's missing, because I feel like if you were like, what's that called? Like if you were taking the goat test.
You need an editor.
The goat test in Fallout, and you have like 10 points to allot to something. If you put all your points in creativity, you're missing like the practical aspects of other things. There's a lot of geniuses that are, to me, like this. They can't function in like a normal way.
Oh yeah, because like Metal Gear Solid 5 was like as long as all the other Metal Gears combined practically, and it doesn't finish its story. It just runs out of. They just run out of like project, and it just ends. And that was when their like relationship was fraying and everything. And he lost his job or whatever was going on in that situation. But like the game was so long and pads itself for so long, and then just like they just run out of story. So they're just like, we're just gonna randomly reveal the twist that was set up at the beginning of the game, and then the story's just gonna end.
That game honestly pissed me off so much on a plot level. I just was like very frustrated.
And then we played Death Stranding, where it's like its quality oscillates so rapidly throughout the experience.
I like lost my mind.
And it's so long. And next they'll do a horror game, which hopefully at least won't be that long. Because
I hope that I'm like looking forward to the most, because I really wanted PT so bad. To
execute on that,
so bad.
But and then Peter Molyneux like just lied all the time about his projects, like all the Fable games and whatnot. He kept promising things about his games, and then they just wouldn't come to fruition. And like the first time it happens, you're like, oh, look at him, like he's just so ambitious, it doesn't quite work out. What a little whatever the fuck.
How plucky.
And then but then that happens like 5 times. You're like, all right, fuck this guy. I'm so sick of this guy. I got killed by Balverines several times in Fable 1 because there was a promise that you could get. I read the Game Informer like preview article about Fable 1 and about how ambitious it was. Like it has survival mechanics where you go camping and you need to like keep warm, where you can get like a cold and stuff like that, and like all these other like things that were never in any Fable game, let alone the first one. But also like there was like Balverines, which was that thing's version of werewolves, and it's like you could supposedly get like infected and you could like have like a werewolf playthrough and stuff like that, like you can in Morrowind and things like that. And so not following up any further. I just trusting that the preview full of quotes by the developer was true. When I got the game like a year later, and I just like got killed on purpose by Balverines because I was like, I want to see that part, and then no,
It just doesn't exist.
no, it just doesn't exist, and it's like, you fucker. And then every single Fable game just had more lies, and then it led to this like really depressing storyline later on where he's like no longer working on Fable, and he's got this game where it's a game called Curiosity, where everyone's tapping on a cube on their phones, and like when you tap at the cube, it like eats away at the cube, and you're trying to get to the center of the cube, like it's a giant Minecraft block or something. Like it's a bunch of like blocks you're like going away at, and everyone's collectively going towards the middle of the same cube across the whole world, and whoever gets to the middle is the one that gets the prize, which among other things means like getting to be God in their next game and stuff like that. And like there was this like oh, like I remember that happening in college, and I was listening to like a podcast by I think I was hearing about this stuff on Giant Bomb at the time, but like specifically like I think like Laura K. Buzz broke like the story about like the follow-up on that, because like there was this one kid that won it, and he was this like kid that like didn't really know that much about it and happened to just install it like that day, and then like poked at it and then won, and then it was like, oh, what's happened? what have I done? Like there were it was like this, there was like all these promises of like a cash prize and being God in the next game, and that you get to like meet the development studio staff and it'd all be great. And like I forget some of the details specifically, but you listen to this like story, and it's like it took years and years for any follow-up to happen, and when it did, he did technically arrive at the studio, but it was like this weird awkward thing where like no one's talking to him or interacting with him.
Aww.
And I think that like the prize money didn't necessarily pan out, and it at best might have become like stake in the future profits of the thing potentially. And like despite it being years of having passed at that point, you see it was unsure at that point, like even if the mechanic of being God or whatever was even going to exist in the next game.
Yeah, they didn't even like think of the game yet. They don't know like what he would be God of.
Almost all of the follow-up of any of that, like almost everything was just collapsed. And it's just like, this guy like has a long history of making promises and not following through with them, and just like talking way too much about what he's going to do. But this time he made all of his dumb promises a prize, and then like
makes me sad.
Just straight up like disappointed a child.
That like bums me out.
Like
man.
it's like now it's like you're personally affecting people on an individual basis. Like you have to stop, please. That was just depressing. That was a long aside, but here we are. The singer. We still need a singer.
Oh, so it is the girl at the table, I think. I'll do it.
Or it's the real one.
I'll sing.
Thank you.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think it's the real one.
Well, the one that's standing right next to us?
Yeah. Wait, is she in here with us?
Both earphone time.
Are they booing her?
Oh, they're booing her.
Are they booing her? Stop it.
See,
I would hear it.
I don't care. I would never. You can't boo someone. I don't know, man. If they're trying, you can't boo them. The only time I'll accept booing is if they literally like show up and they're like so fucking drunk or something, they just fall off the stage or something. Like if they really disappoint you to that extent, sure. But if they're trying,
now they
nice.
can't boo her.
Oh, that's sweet of you, Keith. That's really nice.
Get fucked, sad robots that don't actually exist, you losers.
Talk to them, see what they say. They're like, this sucks. Did they even practice?
Get them off the stage.
They're this jaded. They call them a jaded Boeing.
I can't believe I paid for this shit. Nightmare. What is this noise? Why do you look like Vela? She's her own worst critic.
Oh, maybe.
How can they possibly? Good lord, this is terrible.
It is a weird I'm not a fan either, to be honest, but I wouldn't be so mean. What's the manager? Is the manager headbanging, or is he just off his
or is
rocker?
it just how he stands? He says nothing.
He's just trying talking to them during the
That's
performance.
not even the type of piano. That's keyboard noises.
That's true.
Not a piano. I'm a superstar.
I did hear that part. Yeah.
I hate that it takes so long to adjust these sliders.
Have you ever? Do you know who Igor is?
Nobody needs this many like individual settings on a single slider. Do I know who it is?
Is Igor.
Igor.
He makes music and then also very weird internet music videos for his music. The only reason I mention him is because he did this really interesting thing where he plays like, I don't know what you would want to call it, but it's like death metal. But he has a classically trained opera singer sing over it, and it's really kind of awesome.
It almost sounds like Amberian Dawn.
It sounds like
gothic metal, like opera singer music. I think we played that during the road trips.
It made me it was like a better version of what I thought Repo's music should have been.
Oh no.
Where it was like all kind of industrial and like, but it had like this beautiful opera singer over it. But the thing
don't
is,
like the Evanescence angst song in there?
I didn't know. I did not like Repo.
This is a whole pedestal leading just to this record, I guess. Oh yeah, and we're all on the cover.
What the fuck, Michael? Did you, or Michael? I mean, Alex. I instantly said a mean thing about Michael.
Have we ever acknowledged that everybody is on the cover?
Did you never look at it, Alex? Ever at all? In any way at all?
Didn't we?
Didn't you have this and carry it around with you?
This is a thing we would have discussed, right? Like nobody's ever discussed this, right? That we're all on the cover, and so is the robot, and so is Sammy.
Is Michael kneeling down with the panda?
Yes. Yeah, like he's with the pets. He's not with the party members. He's with the tools.
He's not even helpful. He's not even as helpful as the cat or the panda. Dude, that makes me laugh. That's where you belong.
Is this game just dunking on Michael on purpose? Yeah, like the robot's there. The weird cutscene lady.
It looks like a Star Wars cover because
yeah.
they always play with size and like layering like this.
I'm a superstar.
I'm a superstar.
I can't tell anything she's saying until she says that line every time.
I'm a superstar.
Should we head back to my house to listen to it?
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. Why haven't we been... interesting.
Should we head back? How do you head? Don't we just like...
Did we
just out of it?
Did we just create the album?
Vela asked us to listen to the record before we broadcast it. There was a certain aura of unease surrounding her.
We used the hyperspace highway that goes through Scott Pilgrim's brain.
Yeah.
And Vela's brain.
We
to pick
roller
up the
skated
record.
through it.
The record was there.
She pretended it had to do with not knowing what would happen after we broadcast the record. But I knew something else was wrong.
Because I understand her now, because I went into her brain and I know how women work.
So, I bet you're all wondering why I insisted we play this here.
No!
I think it's obvious.
He spoke. It's been hours.
You want us to listen to music, and Alex's spoiled ass has the best sound system out of the six of us.
That's actually correct.
He is a spoiled ass.
Back in my reality, I had written an album. This album. But I guess you already knew that. Anyway, just listen. I hope you enjoy what I made.
Oh no. What? Each of them is a creepy Alex cultist and a Vela. Why? Can I talk to the light?
Why is he... I guess he's just much taller. When I hear this song, I think about distance. The distance between me and the reality I came from. Ginger Sage.
Ha, ha, ha.
1, 2, 3. Ha ha ha. This music's kind of okay. It's a weird.
Does Vela speak Japanese?
Well, I
She
don't.
wrote this song, didn't she?
I don't know if the implication is this. If this is the song, this game. It's a lot of. I don't know.
Okay, I'll stop talking to them.
I don't think I should have played this. Everyone is gonna hate my song.
Vela 2 or 11, who knows?
This is kind of okay.
It's a very much an anime credits song.
Oh hell yeah. The guy who I wrote this for, I wonder what he is up to.
Could it's a song about distance?
I hope this isn't as bad as I think it is. It is really distressing when you create something and you think it's
You're
good,
like, cool,
but
I'll show it to no one now.
you have like this weird, you don't know if other people think the same way you do. So you're like, I think it's good, but I don't know if other people at all will think it's good. And you have absolutely no clue what the barometer is for any other person. Can you hear my heart? It's calling. Ring, 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 ring. Pick up the phone, silly. It's my heart calling.
I keep clicking on him on accident.
No!
Shut up.
Stop.
Loser.
This is what music from my reality sounds like. Pretty different from yours, huh? I mean, it sounds like music that could exist in this reality.
Is this... Yeah, like, our realities aren't that different, aren't they? Also, like, is this Alex the douchebag elitist, like, laughing at our music? Is that what that means?
Maybe. This is... Do you think I'll ever feel the way I felt when I wrote this song? I hope not. I don't ever want to feel that way. This song doesn't sound... I mean, I don't know. The song doesn't sound...
I mean, I can't understand any of it, so...
That sounds kind of upbeat.
Not helpful.
It's so embarrassing hearing myself sing like this in Japanese. I don't sound so bad, do I? Yeah.
No, she's fine at singing, I just don't know what the song's about.
Maybe it's actually Korean. Because she's Korean. Because she's Sammy or something. I mean, are we ever going to talk about...
It sounded Japanese, but I can't hear it that clearly.
What? Whoa.
Oh, I guess the song's over.
I don't think I ever loved that guy. Well, I mean... Good for you. Fuck him.
Ginger, stop it.
Ginger, stop. Do you think this could ever wait, do you think this could have ever been a hit? I don't know why I had a hard time with that. Somewhere I think it's a hit.
Hello, Seaman the world.
There are more Velas here than there are Final Fantasy games.
That's that only works as a reference to when this was made.
I mean, how many...
Was it true, though?
How many Final Fantasy games are there again?
Right now, there's like 20. Unless you only count the numbered ones, in which case there's 15. Because the most recently released numbered one is 15, but like there's also like
all the side
Tactics
ones
and Crystal Chronicles, like, I don't know. She didn't say mainline.
I mean, we haven't passed that many in this room.
Yeah, like I'm pretty sure that Final Fantasy 11, which is the Vela she is, came out in like 2001 or 2 or 3 or something. So yeah, like the there was not yet a Final Fantasy MMO that would have taken it to 11. And I think 10 came out in the year 2000, which is the year that this is building up to. So there's currently like 9. If you
like in-game canon, I understand.
Yeah, because this game it's 1999 in this game.
I thought you were talking about like when this game came out.
I think Final Fantasy Tactics might already be out. I don't know. That total might be subject to review.
Alex, who made this game, knew that you'd sit there and think about that. Because,
no.
Because if you're playing this, you're a gamer like he is. Which me is your favorite? That's a dangerous question. I think you're my favorite you, because all these ginger sages are creepy and too tall.
That reminds me of the fact that we were just talking about PT.
What does that have to do with PT?
That weird opening quote. Are you sure that you're the only you, or they're
Dude,
the only
I
you?
love PT.
I can't remember it exactly, but like, there's a weird quote at the beginning.
I have such a fucking like I fucking loved that game.
I'm very frustrated that I deleted it.
When it came out, I had like
I had no idea it was going to go away.
Fucking like the part of me that loves horror was so excited about it.
The only me is me. Are you sure the only you is you?
What an amazingly upsetting concept. I love it. I love it so much. I'm heartbroken. I'm so heartbroken.
I love there's a whole wiki page to the that's just all the quotes. It's just it fully quotes like the radio and every other thing that's in that game. Like it's just a full transcript of the game, which is mostly just strange transmissions because there's no characters to talk to.
I love the Eraserhead baby in the sink.
And it just starts talking to you.
That's totally an Eraserhead baby.
Yeah.
Have you spoken to all of us? If you get bored of talking to us, maybe you can just listen to my music.
Talking to you like takes longer than music.
Or plug your ears. It is pretty bad. I was gonna say music's over.
Hello, creepy gingers. Do you also only laugh? You are non-responsive.
So when this is over, please tell me that my song is beautiful, even if you're lying.
Nah, just don't be awkward about it.
Don't tell me that it's beautiful like me. Please just appreciate my art. My appearance doesn't matter. Only what I make, you know? Like, I appreciate you for who you are.
That's unfortunate.
That is unfortunate. Yes, you're kind of a brat, but Alex, you're really not that bad. That's not true, Vela.
Oh no, don't give him hope.
I bet there is a reason why you are the way you are.
Now it's gonna be really awkward.
That's giving people excuses they don't deserve. Just like there is a reason I am the way I am. We spent so much time of our journey learning about all of our friends. Why don't we ever ask about you?
We didn't learn that much about our friends. We all went on like a bro trip together, and we learned almost nothing about most of the characters involved. Alex never.
Michael's afraid of college.
Michael's afraid of speaking. It's like on our whole bro trip, Vela wasn't there, and Michael never spoke. So we didn't learn that much about our characters.
Who are you? Where did you come from? How did you get to be the way that you are? I think that's what this song is about. Sorry, I lied. What? The song's not about someone you used to love. It's about Alex and who he is.
It's beautiful, Vela.
Just like you. I'm gonna say the thing that you told me not to say.
Pause.
Beautiful. ...
Yeah,
Vela.
really nice.
I hate it.
Better than I could do.
It's nice. Not what I normally listen to, but I can tell it's good for the genre. Probably.
Well, he is.
Bella's party.
You hurt her feelings.
No, not again.
I could tell that she wasn't happy with our replies. But none of us knew what to say. The music had shown us a side of Vela that we had never expected to see. A sort of vulnerable side.
If only we could have participated by being able to tell what it was about or what she said.
Well, honestly, I was gonna say, okay, when you present your art like that, you can't. You have to be aware that you're gonna get. You can't be upset by like the responses you get. You have to accept that all responses are a possibility.
I just try not to share things with people in general.
I keep it all bottled up inside.
I've learned not to share even YouTube videos with most people because the feeling of like, are they gonna like it is like. No, I hate that. I hate like the weird the taste gap between everybody of like what everyone likes.
It is very difficult. It's very difficult if somebody shows you something that you definitely don't like, and the pressure of like, how do I now respond to it?
Oh yeah,
it's great. Like, what do you do?
Good,
you know,
good Christmas present. I love it.
Well,
I'll use it every day.
I have that hard-boiled egg machine still in my closet.
Yeah, I used my egg machine.
I know I gave you such flack about using yours, and I never used mine.
We were going to use them together, and you flaked.
Yeah, but I don't like hard-boiled eggs that much. I really don't, and that's one of those things. I'm like, I was asked about it, and I was like, oh, I don't really like hard-boiled eggs, and that's just all I say.
Are you prepared for very specific gifts? Here's your foot massager.
I felt compelled to chase after her, to tell her the music was beautiful and that she was incredible. but my feet didn't move.
It is
Do
also
they need a
frustrating.
massage?
He's the kind of person that would.
Remained as still
I don't
and
know.
as silent as everyone
He's such
else.
I don't know, man.
My body motionless. I
I'm
surveyed
sweaty.
everyone's eyes,
Mom
willing
spaghetti.
my brain to bind with theirs and get what they had been thinking. Had they all hated it? What had triggered such a lack of enthusiasm?
You should go after her. It's what I'd want.
It's what I'd want. I want you to take me, Alex.
If I ever run away, I hope you chase after me.
Yeah.
That's basically what he's saying.
It's like the sister almost did it correctly, but there was that weird pause, which I think was intentional now, I
the way-
guess.
I mean-
for the story.
I know they only give like
It's beautiful, Bella.
they,
It's like, why did you say it that way? Why did you make it weird?
they only have like 5 faces, right? But
Yeah.
I thought like the face she had made it seem like she actually did like it.
She seemed taken aback, like she was shocked.
Like, wow.
But that's just her taking off headphones pose she happens to have.
See, and then Michael's face. Honestly, if I showed Michael a song and he liked it, I'd have to burn the song because it would not be a good song
Oh,
if
no.
Michael liked it. So if anything, Vela should be happy that Michael didn't really care. Like
Because his taste is shit.
Because he's just awful.
Yep.
Let her know it was great.
This is Vela's album. Why was a guy singing on it?
There was a guy singing on it?
I didn't hear a guy at all.
I almost cried.
Well, you should have fucking said that.
I hope she's okay.
Chandra apparently loved it. Like, what's the problem? I guess she doesn't want to impress Chandra.
You gonna talk to her, man?
She doesn't care about Chandra's feelings. Alex has left. Wait,
Oh, so you can go. You
I
can
guess
leave.
that's just the short way of saying everybody else has left the party.
Yeah, basically. It's like you are now free to leave.
It's like, well, this
go
is the
without
party,
them.
and Alex is technically in it. But yeah, just say Alex left the party. Works.
You know, it's also really frustrating when somebody shows you something and you genuinely think it's great, but you have a hard time convincing them that you actually think it's great and you
Because
aren't
we're
just
taught
flattering
not to
them.
be emotionally authentic.
I have a lot of very talented friends, and I will actively like tell them that they're amazing, and they just don't believe me. And it's like, well, what the fuck you want me to do?
I can't get over the fact that he's a black belt.
Of course he is. Of course he is.
I'm sure we talked about this at the beginning or something, but like, what belts are those? I don't know. That's not the sequence that mine had.
Well, there should be a green one.
Yeah, there's not a green or a purple one.
Yeah, and then there's always like stripes too.
Yeah,
You get like your stripes.
Must be a different martial art than karate, or the specific one out, because I did Kaji Kempo. I still hate that there's just art on the wall you can't look at.
And then I hate.
Like, why would you taunt me with this? Also, why would you put these assets in the game and not let me look at them?
I still get mad that those records are just on the wall without the
Yeah.
sleeves. Like, what the fuck?
They're also apparently all the exact same label color.
Like, if you want,
Is it just one record over and over again? Are they blank?
You can frame. They have record frames.
Yeah.
Like, this pisses me off so bad. Why would you frame the part that isn't good to look at and also damages your ability to listen to it?
Yeah,
Why would you do that?
People also usually like the cover, not the literal record.
Yes.
People only usually
Although-
usually a record on the wall is like a golden record, and that's like a symbolic thing.
There are some really
'Cause you're
beautiful.
like, wow, he sold platinum.
I love like the pressed records that are all different colors, but they don't. Sometimes they don't work as well because of the material they use, or they don't like last as long because of that. But like you have like the really
Yeah.
nice like swirled like different colored ones, and I have this really nice purple one by the Velvet Underground that's like beautiful to look at. So I mean, and then you get the ones with like the pictures on them.
He's got.
But those aren't any of these, so fuck him. Fuck you,
Look at how
Alex.
90s this is. He's got the zipper pants.
Oh,
at the knee
I
to the
remember
shorts.
those. Man.
I remember because I played Final Fantasy X, I would sometimes go around with only one leg zipped off. Because it was like Tidus, the protagonist. Because he has one long leg and one short leg.
Oh, so you would do that in real life?
Yeah.
What the?
I was 10. That's normal.
Yeah, I guess so. That's
I like
funny.
that this
though.
says the hamper won't stay empty for long, but it's been like at least a week.
So you've been wearing the same clothes
It's
for a
definitely
week.
staying empty. Also, this is all of my clothes.
I like imagining that you did that. You had like the one leg down, the one leg up.
You should talk to her. I think we weren't enthusiastic enough.
Michael's like, I don't know how to
Yeah.
convey enthusiasm. I am a robot.
I am a robot.
I wish I was as talented as that girl. I hope she's okay. I forgot the voice I gave Chandra originally.
Yeah. My little fighter, love.
So your
how many trophies
So
does
your
he have?
mom gave you a trophy? Your mom gave you the trophy. That means you didn't earn it. Your mom gave it to you.
Oh yeah, that's actually
That's distressing.
that's funny. You would think that some trophies would eventually like retire the other trophies. Like you're like, oh well, this one's better because it's like literally a trophy for the same thing at some point.
I don't mean to stereotype, but every adult man that I've met. Well, I mean, I haven't met an adult woman with this situation, but I'm sure that they would be annoying too. But every adult that I've met that has had trophies out in their house or whatever, who still care about them, and it's always it's always martial arts too. It's always martial arts.
Yeah.
They're always a fucking pain in the ass. They're always annoying.
Well, yeah, it's never something like I won an Oscar.
But for some reason, all the adults I know who still care about the competition they won when they were like 14 with their like martial arts trophy out tend to be like little punk ass bitches.
Yeah, all my trophies went in the garbage a long time ago.
Somebody out there, break my trend. Be a really great person who just happens to have their trophy out still. But I have not met one of them yet. They're always annoying.
I regret not telling her how much I loved it. Why don't you go make it right for us? Why don't we all do it? You could use a win with her. What?
Mello's like letting you.
I don't like that.
He's letting you have it because like they're all letting you do it because you need to like gain points.
That was really good. You're the one I haven't talked to. That was pretty good. The same sentence again. Had a good beat and you could dance to it. Go get it, champ.
That's like the.
Everyone's like, wow, OTP, go. Everyone's shipping us. It's like, what? Why aren't we all supporting our friend?
Hey man, sorry I haven't called lately.
The phone's. I was gonna say.
Yeah, it kept ringing after we picked it up.
That would scare me more than anything else.
Sorry. Anyway, she's at the playground. Go get her, Tiger.
I don't like how everyone's fucking matchmaking us. That's really fucking weird.
No, that's awkward.
We have no chemistry.
No, she hates you, dude.
And she's
she
also
fucking hates you.
Been off camera for so long.
Oh, it's pumpkin time.
What?
She fucking hates you.
Yeah.
She fucking hates you.
Is that the robot, but red? But face this way. Yes. I think. Chance Arbiter?
What the fuck? I just saw Vela run by. She was crying. I think you should go after her. I'm pretty sure she headed towards the arcade. That's what a good friend would do. Or a good boyfriend, wink. You are a good friend. Right, Alex?
No.
No.
I want to zoom in. It looks like... Yeah. That's the green robot lady. But she's red.
It's Ramona Flowers.
In fact, she clearly has hinges on her arms. Now that I can see her closer up. Why is she here? And why is she red now? She changed her hair color. How can I be in a relationship with somebody that's reckless?
Yeah, she's so fickle. Like, I always think about that every time I dye my hair a different color.
Like he has like a crisis because she changed her hair color.
I was like, I've like gotten tattoos without telling my significant other at the time. And I'll just show up and be like, surprise, I got a tattoo. And they're like, what the fuck?
It's my life.
And I'm like, I didn't think you were important enough to tell.
Oh, I maybe made a mistake. Well, I did save. It's the good song.
Dude.
A lot of the songs are good actually, but this is
this one's
cool. Really good. But it's the Toby Fox one.
Mm-hmm. No, honestly, that man has a definite talent for video game music. I listen to the Undertale soundtrack when I drive around. It's really fucking good. I feel like the biggest nerd ever though, because I'll just have my windows down. I'll be like, listen to like Megalovania or something, and like just drive by people. That and all the...
You just destroy somebody, you don't even see health damage happen. Dodge! Bitches!
I really wish that I had... Because they had the fucking soundtrack for Smash Brothers Brawl. When Smash Brothers Brawl came out, and it was like it was a 2 CD set. And I would fucking love to own it, but I can't find it anywhere. And now I don't even have a car that could play CDs. But I like... I should have stolen that from my ex-boyfriend. If I was gonna steal
Should've
anything, it
stolen
would have been
that.
that, because I
This guy's infinite
would
health.
love to
What the
drive
fuck?
around to Smash Brothers music. It'd make me so happy.
It's really hard on this one. It's really hard. It's really hard.
Yeah, that was like hard mode.
But it does so much more damage than everything else, even when I do it bad. Even though every cast of it cost me like a soda. All I wanted was a Pepsi. Oh fuck! Look how fast it's going.
That's not fair. Oh, there you go.
Why is it-
Wow.
It's getting closer like Galaga. It hits nothing? What?
You know,
But my pee-pee. Why am I doing this? Why am I nailing it now?
yeah, I guess Space Invaders was originally gonna be army men, but they thought that would be too violent. So they're like, if it's aliens, it's okay. But it's gonna be army men originally.
Oh, we're just mowing them down.
Well, it's more like upsetting if you're like killing other human beings,
Yes.
you know. But if it's aliens
mass, with
who are,
no context.
invading, then it's like you're saving Earth, and that's okay.
Stop it! Stop it! I'm nailing it! Why is this happening now? Oh.
You never figured out how to use your time energy, huh?
Nah, I think it just doesn't work. Left trigger doesn't do anything.
That's really funny. Alex is stunned.
Oh, I lost a whole turn then. I think is what that means. Oh, I'm gonna die! No! I just died. Have we died before?
No.
You have died.
Oh, wait, no, I think we did, because I think I remember this.
Do you feel it?
Do you feel it now, Mr. Krabs?
Can you feel it?
Sensation.
The tingling sensation.
What is that? What am I No! I want to go back to my loading screen and just give up on this fight.
No.
What am I thinking of?
Do you feel it? Can you feel it?
Oh yeah, I was thinking it might be like a new metal song, but it's fucking Alanis Morissette.
Yeah, yeah.
It sounds like a disturbed line.
I hope you. Oh, yeah, because it was when I scratched my nails
Yeah.
down someone else's back.
I hope you feel it.
Well,
Well,
can you feel it? And I'm here.
I did even less damage that time.
I really like Alanis Morissette.
Yeah.
She's cool.
What an angry song.
That's a mean fucking song. And the funniest thing is, like, my dad, I was listening to that song with my mom and dad in the car, and my dad, like, it occurred to him one day that it was an angry song, because he had never listened to the words, and he was just like, this sounds like an angry song. And I was like,
Yeah, did you listen to
Dad,
her
have you
voice?
ever listened to the words? And he's like, no, I mean, I don't know. And I was like, Dad, you never listened to the words of this
Fuck,
song?
I hate running in this game. I don't want to do this fight anymore. I opted into it and it was a mistake. How do I fucking quit? I just want to load my save.
What if you're stuck in this loop forever now?
I guess I just gotta say no when it asks me if I'm stuck at that now.
You have died.
Okay.
Do you feel it?
Fuck! Oh, it's too sensitive. God fucking damn it. I hate when menus are badly calibrated and that shit happens.
That's how I deleted my Chibi Robo save.
When it fucking like flicks back and it's like, are you sure? No?
I have like my tragic Chibi Robo story where I deleted my save file when I was really close to finishing the game, and the reason why is on the very first screen asks you if you want to start a new game. It's like the first question asks you when you load up the game.
Be gone. Alright, off to the park, which I think was like on the right screen. No more random encounters. I don't have my party and they're mean. They're mean to me. Do you feel it?
Oh, can you feel it?
I think that was the Raven.
Yeah, that was Marlene.
Marlene! Come on, Marlene. That is not the right name, but
Nope, nope,
no one
no.
cares.
Dude. Oh,
Now she's blue.
there's Ramon Flowers again. You're looking for Vela, right? She headed up the street and into the park. You should hurry. She seemed upset. What did you do?
They keep foreshadowing this character, but it's not gone anywhere yet.
Man, I wish I had pizza pasta.
None of our characters seem to even know that she's being foreshadowed. Was that even like a dream that Michael was having, or was that just for us as the park? It is Ramona Flowers.
Yeah.
With the swing and everything. Well, I mean Vela.
Oh.
Like, I hear Ramona sing, which is performed by Frank Black from the Pixies.
I like that song.
I want to tell you the rest of my story. How I came to be in this reality with you.
She looks really excited to tell. They both look so happy to be sitting next to each other. This is how you know they're...
It's their only face.
Like, no wonder everyone ships them. Look at them together. They're adorable.
They only have combat faces, but even though the game has so many cutscenes, they're still stuck with the combat face at all times.
I think just Alex looks like an asshole constantly. Yeah. He just has a resting bitch face.
I want you to promise not to judge me.
And her face is just her reaction to having to be near him.
Yeah. Like, she looks completely different whenever she's not around Alex, but we'll never see it because that's the only way she's ever on camera.
Yeah, exactly. She'll have her own side story. She looks really happy in it. You just don't see it.
I have come to understand certain things. Things I know to be true. Things that I know others wouldn't understand unless they had experienced them. Before I can begin my story, I need you to understand the basics of how I have come to understand the universe. The link between our bodies and physical space is strong, but it is nothing compared to the link between our minds and physical space. Our bodies exist as a visual representation of our minds. They are nothing more. Every mind has the capability of transcending physical form. Many do, even if they don't realize it. The very nature of physical reality is very unphysical.
I don't
Humans
think
have
that's
evolved
true.
to ignore the complexities and realities of the universe by using physical form to protect them from the harshness of existence. The very nature of being is to be in pain, is to long for and to be unfulfilled. To cope, we developed corporeal form. The use of physical form is not unlike leaving the light off at all times, obstructing the undesirables in the room. Do you understand what I'm saying so far?
More or less. Please, continue.
When I entered your reality, I was a much different person than I am now. My reality was much worse than this one. I was a girl who was entirely lost. From a young age, people thrust their expectations on me. They believed I was destined for artistic greatness. I was a child prodigy in many ways. I had peaked by my early teens, and I was no longer able to perform or create at a level that could match the adults around me.
All this vulnerability by her is like being completely undercut by her just scowling at us from a swing in the background. Like, they really could have made other faces.
I know if I was talking about my like deep insecurities with somebody and they made the face that Alex is making with his hand on his face like that, I would be assuming,
here comes this story.
I'd be assuming that they either are not interested or they're making fun of me.
Neither of these faces is great that he's making.
No, he just doesn't know how to exist.
They really could have done with it, like, even if they didn't animate all the cutscenes or something, like just having a second face for each character that's their outside of combat face. Because everybody having their combat faces on is an odd look, but it's also really funny because one of them, Michael, is still just dead-eyed in both cases, and also in every dialogue portrait.
See, in that Sonic video game, which one was it? The one where you can
Sonic
make
Forces.
In Sonic Forces, he reminds me of the dead-eyed character that you can make who doesn't react to anything. Yeah,
I think somebody sent us fan art of that.
That's amazing.
I think. I'm trying to remember. I think because I think currently Andrew's the one that has some of the stuff that came in the mail from that. I'm gonna find out where. I need to check where some of that went.
I was, for all intents and purposes, a disappointment.
Aren't
Picture
we
for
all,
a
Vela?
moment
We
being
are.
a young girl who can't do wrong. Everything I created, everything I said impressed those around me. I was the perfect child artist, but that's all I ever was. When I became an adult, my body grew, but my artistry remained childlike. I considered quitting piano, considered removing myself from art altogether.
That's a problem a lot of child prodigies have. is you get to a point where it's like you don't feel like you can keep up with how good you were, and all of your self-worth and value is placed on those things that people told you were good at when you were younger, and it really fucks people up for life.
Yeah, like you're young and you're constantly validated for something in a way that people usually aren't, but then you like it never matches again, and it also becomes the only thing that you think you're worth.
Like you don't know how to be valuable in other ways. You don't know that there are other ways, like being a good person or like being happy, you know, like those things are valuable too, but it's like you only have like these ideas of what value is because that's what your parents tell you.
Or like when you're like unusually smart for your age, but then like people just kind of, everyone just kind of catches up when you're an adult.
Oh no, I know a lot of kids that were like in GATE and they were really smart for their age, and then they me too.
And look how I turned out.
Me too.
Wow.
But like they get older and they're like, they go to like a bigger school and they're like, oh, I'm not as smart here. And then they end up like, I know a lot of kids that like are really fucked up, like did drugs and stuff because they had like these expectations that were put on them for being really smart when they were a kid, and their parents just never like. I have a lot of respect for parents who have kids that are talented but keep them grounded about everything else. You see certain parents are better about that than others.
I'm just like, thanks, brain, for the free ride through all of elementary and middle and high school where I never had to try.
Yeah, me too. And guess what? Now I'm an adult and I don't know how to try because I didn't try when I was younger, and now I'm unmotivated.
It's not great. Yeah, you don't really develop study skills and other kind of things.
Having to work for it makes you a better person.
Yeah.
And it's like, I didn't have to. So now I'm a lazy asshole.
Yeah, we just got through school like it was.
I never studied for anything.
Happened. Yeah, no, I wrote all my even in college, I would write my essays the day they were due, unless they were a research paper where I had to like actually go through and have a bunch of things prepped and cited because otherwise I'd be in trouble.
I wrote essays on books I didn't even read and got better grades than my friends who read the books. And then I took my SAT tests, and like my friends had all done the courses where you studied for it, and I got better scores than all of them, and I just showed up.
That also happened to me.
They were so mad.
There was a friend of mine that was known for specifically being really gifted and so on, but yeah, like he took all the studying, and he took the SAT twice, and he was gonna go to like UC Davis, like he was gonna get this big ride, and like he had the either I don't even know if they had the money. I think he had like the scholarships and the whatnot. Like he had a big future, and I'm like, oh yeah, I remember a conversation where I said that I was probably gonna go to state college, and they're like, oh, I guess we'll probably never see each other again. He's gonna go to UC, and those are some fucking bullshit, like $30,000 a year or something. Like, fuck the UCs. Those are a nightmare. So I just went to a state college where I got through without any debt, and so even if I didn't use my degree, it didn't matter. It just meant that I spent 5.5 years there.
I know. I am thankful I'm not in student debt. That scares me so much to think about.
But yeah, he took the test twice, and his second score was lower than my first score, and my second score was a 2000, which was like distressingly high. And that definitely fried my brain, because both times I took the SAT, I left my graphing calculator on the little cage grate thing under the desk.
I remember those.
And it was an hour away.
And those are expensive.
Our population was like
calculators.
Yeah, like our population was like sparse enough that like there wasn't like a local testing center. I had to drive to like a bigger city to go to a testing center. So it was like an hour to an hour and a half away. And so both times I took the SAT, I had to, the moment I get home, realize that I left the graphing calculator behind and drive all the way back. So I would just spend like 3 hours doing this. Like I would drive there'd be like the hour of driving before the test and like 3 hours of driving after the test, because I'd had to drive I'd drive home, then back, then home again, just so I didn't leave behind like $150 graphing calculator.
Man,
that would get me in trouble as a kid. But yeah,
I hated having to buy those.
But I also didn't I didn't prepare at all for the SAT. And it's probably the primary reason that I got the amount of funding that I did in college. Because I got a decent number of grants and scholarships to at least enough to get through like state college, like the first half of it or so. And I don't know. I just like accidentally succeeded at school and college all the way. But no, the college was harder. I had to prepare more for that. And I had failures and whatnot. Although I still think it's bullshit that I had a mineralogy exam where you had to memorize 120 chemical formulas And it's like, that's impossible. This is bullshit. This entire idea is stupid. I could just have this one paper they all fit on for the rest of my life.
No, that's how I feel about a lot of...
I hate the idea of this exam. Anyway,
yeah, sorry.
Somewhere along the course of my life, I had developed an artist's mentality. I knew I wasn't a good adult artist, but I was still compelled to create. And with each new thing I tried, I continued to disappoint those around me. It was May 22nd, 1996, when I met the man who would fix this for me. At 3:02 a.m., I walked into a music club in the city. He was on stage, playing to a small but enthusiastic audience.
I swear to God, it better not be alternate universe Alex.
Ew, I hope not.
It's Michael.
Oh no.
Each note he played on his guitar seemed to tell me something that I had always known, but had never really understood.
I wish I lived in a big city where I can go to a music club at 3:02 a.m. and have it still be open. Because around here, like, everything closes at 2. Is the latest anything stays open. And I know that because I used to go, back when the world was open, I used to go to bars all the time.
I don't really want to be awake at 3:02 a.m.
Well,
just in general.
I like going to Vegas and walking around at like 3:02 a.m. and having it feel like you could never be lonely here because there's always people awake and there's always things to do.
Lonely.
And it's kind of distressing, but like
for me the feeling is I can never escape them. They're everywhere.
But it's like you need to go someplace. Like if you just need to do something, you can. I don't know. If you have to get out of your skin and you just have to go.
I need sushi at 4:15 a.m. immediately.
If you're having an existential crisis and you're up at 3:02 a.m., you can go watch somebody play guitar at some place and have it change your life, like Vela did. You know what I mean? I don't know. I understand.
After he finished, I knew that I had to speak with him. It wasn't before long that we became both romantically and artistically involved. It was as if knowing him had somehow broken the seal around my mind that was preventing me from creating something worthwhile. The lack of refinement to his playing freed me from the confines of rhythmic and artistic regularity.
I think you need rhythmic regularity in music. What was he doing? He's just like banging on a wall and screaming.
Dude, I could see that.
Like unplanned, it's performance art, like from Rent.
See, she's clarifying just for you.
A certain jubilation came through in his playing that I had never experienced. Our relationship was like a whirlwind of physical and emotional affection.
In that he would throw me.
Never had I given myself to someone.
He would grab me by the arms and spin me around.
Before. Together, we wrote A Distant Voice, and I knew that I still had the hopes of being not only a good artist, but an interesting human being. Something terrible happened on May 22nd of 1997. At 3:02 p.m., his daughter had come home and
3:02 again.
His daughter, huh? How old is this gentleman?
About me. I was a much younger woman.
Oh.
He followed her out into a coffee shop.
She's his manic pixie dream girl.
Oh no.
She
is Ramona Flowers.
I always feel it makes me worried when I see like these
this game has two
lively young people. Like sometimes there's like these like older men usually who will like suck the life out of these like young happy girls because they can't experience that in their normal life, so they leech off them and like suck their happiness away, like fucking Elon Musk and Grimes.
Hating myself more and more for entering his life and making it difficult. I waited there until 3:02 a.m.
Okay, what's up?
Completely beside myself. And the strange thing is, he never returned.
What's your deal with 3:02? Isn't that the third time it's happened?
Yeah, maybe it's just like maybe it's just a plot, like it's a storytelling.
So you waited for 12 hours? Jesus.
He never came back into his own apartment.
I get bored in like 10 minutes.
You can wait for the love of your life for 12 hours. You're like, peace, I'm out.
No, I'll leave a note.
I'll leave a note. You know where to find me.
I stayed there for a few days, knowing he'd have to come back eventually. And he simply never did.
What did he do?
Maybe he has a camera and he's waiting for you to fuck off.
I called his friends, I called his manager, and they all said they hadn't seen him.
It's another disappearance in a game of disappearances.
Just like that, he slipped through the cracks of my reality and never returned.
And you never saw him again?
I did. It was May 22nd, 1998, 12:01 p.m.
It's not the right time, though. When I met you.
A minute into the first concert I had put on since his disappearance. I had refused to do our music live or release A Distant Voice until I had seen him again. Finally, legal pressure forced me to schedule a release for May 22nd, 1999, with a year-long tour to promote it. I watched in terror from
that's not how that
behind my
works.
piano as he wrapped his arm around a girl even younger than I.
Yeah.
Like,
are they saying that they're gonna promote it for a year before it comes out?
No.
Doesn't it come out first usually?
Well, no, I think like a tour to promote it. Like, you do a tour to sell the album, so
Yeah.
it's out already. It's just like you have to do the tour.
I guess they meant a year-long tour in 2000.
Yeah, but the thing is I don't believe that a label can force you to release a specific song that you don't want to play. Like I don't think like artists are bound.
Maybe it was just that she was on contract to put something out.
But
and that's all she
I guess
had.
is A Distant Voice the name of the song or the album? Because if it's the album, then maybe I could see that. But if it's the song, I'd like you can't like tell like, hey, the Smashing Pumpkins, you have to play this song every time.
Yeah, I think she had like a schedule that she was supposed to keep for releasing for the
probably the album or the single or something. I
she
think
had to release things on contract at certain intervals or something.
Well, she could release something else, couldn't she?
Yeah, but maybe she just sat there and kept waiting for him to come back.
I don't know. Maybe it's like how Radiohead
backed into a corner.
Radiohead won't play "Creep" anymore. Because they hate that song.
Damn.
Which is, I mean, I understand, but that's the most romantic song I've ever heard.
This girl was not his daughter, though she was probably his daughter's age.
Ew.
I left the stage and receded into myself. The man who placed his arms around that young woman was not the same man who placed his arms around me so many times. It couldn't have been.
It's
the
still
man
him,
I
buddy.
knew would not have put on such a display of affection, knowing it could hurt someone so much.
I think he's an asshole.
It was in that moment that I longed to leave my reality behind, to sever my ties to my physical form and exist in a different space. For many days, nights, minutes, seconds, I sat in my bed, slowly drifting further into my own depression, slowly pulling my mind from my body. When the separation happened, it was almost immediate. It was so sudden that the painful moments leading up to it felt trivial. I was just my mind, and I had left my physical body behind. I floated until I found a reality that seemed different from mine, hoping to find a reality that contained the him I knew, hoping that he had fallen into this reality.
See, it sounds like Vela needs to write a song like Alanis Morissette. See?
Well, can you feel it?
Can you feel it? See, that's how you make your next hit, Vela. That's what you do. Harness the rage.
Was his voice the one we heard on the record?
I did not hear a man's voice on the record.
I don't know whose voice we heard. I was so nervous sharing that music with you guys, I almost didn't realize it wasn't me singing.
So it wasn't her singing.
It's not her song?
Well, maybe she made the song.
It's not her singers?
Maybe she composed it. Or whatever.
That's confusing.
That is confusing.
Well,
it sounds like the
amazing.
creator had that song and just had to find a way to make it Vela's song. And so but it was in Japanese, so they had to be like, oh yeah, it's not her singing it.
We heard a Japanese woman singing, and they're all talking about a dude singing, and it's just it's just not the song.
I don't know.
We just didn't hear the song that everyone heard, so we don't get to understand what everyone's reacting to, and it's like that's
I guess
annoying.
The song I guess we heard in the mind.
They did
or in that tunnel of Vela's Ginger stages.
They sucker punched us. They did a sucker punch to us. Where every time she dances, instead of seeing a dance, you see a completely unrelated fight scene happening somewhere else that symbolizes their struggle.
Yeah.
Of whatever plan they're trying to pull off, the heist. But it's everybody sat down to listen to a song, and we just saw a weird tunnel scene.
And so we didn't get
that's unrelated.
We didn't get to listen to the song. Okay,
no.
I accept that explanation now.
But why?
Yeah, that's stupid.
Even when Zack Snyder did it, everyone was like, but why? Even though it's his best movie he's ever made.
Really? I can never tell what people think when I show them my songs. Well, what should we do now?
Kiss her now.
Oh my god.
Alex is like, okay, your biggest pet peeve is untuned pianos.
Alex, no.
You don't like boys that
don't worry,
can't
you're not
skateboard.
Fat.
You're not fat.
You're not fat and I can skateboard.
I just learned how. Just for you.
We should play the record for everyone to hear.
Lead the way.
Yeah, don't fucking
kiss her.
Dude, and look how far away you are, too. You would have to, like, bend your fucking...
Oh, there's chapters. I always forget.
I forgot that, too.
Chapter 4, Mystical Ultima LP Legend.
He would have had to, like, swing his swing set all the fucking way over. Like, they were, like, 4 feet apart.
Cut the paper garlic off. Oh, we stayed there until 3:02 p.m. and now people are here. Actually, there's... Oh, I think
it's AM still, yeah.
Yeah. Is it 3:02? What time is it?
Oh my gosh, it doesn't tell you.
Tell me what
you have
time.
$11,000.
Why are the porta potties gendered?
I don't like that. Maybe they're just colored for fun, like cotton candy.
Pharmaceutical rep? Oh, because it's drug dealing.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I made this joke last time.
You a cop?
You a cop?
Smelling salts and medicine?
I'm selling a...
It just cures nausea. It's just baking powder. It's just baking powder.
Baking powder? Baking soda?
Baking soda, yes.
That does kind of help with nausea.
Revive a fallen friend. I have 25 of those. Why do I want to clear nausea? Oh, it's probably a status effect, technically. Probably.
What is this Pokemon?
Is X. But only if you hit them like at a weird diagonal angle. If you run into them straight, they don't like flip around or anything.
You know, every once in a while, like in the past like couple years of us living here, I've gone to the park and I've swung on the swing set. Because I really do like swinging on the swing set.
Yeah.
People always like fucking give me looks and I'm like, dude, shut the fuck up. I'm having a nice time.
Yeah. Don't you know that there's entire parts of society that you're only allowed to use for like the first bit, and then you have to like stare longing them at them for the rest of your life and restrain yourself forever.
I mean, there's certain things like I understand the slide probably would be stupid only because it's about as tall as I am. You know, it's not like fun.
I just always think about like
the swing set's for everyone. Fuck off.
I just always think about like when you have like there's like young people that comment on YouTube videos and stuff like, you're old. Why do you still play video games? I'm like, why are you creating a limit for yourself in the future? Like you're creating up an apparent rule that would apply to you if it is a rule. Like, do you want to stop playing video games when you hit like 22, the correct age to stop playing video games? Like you're gonna hit that soon. It's gonna come faster than you want to.
I get frustrated, but the one that makes me like the most frustrated is the you know, like, oh, if you get tattoos, think of how you look as an old person with tattoos. And I'm like, okay, first of all, we live in a society currently where it's like a very large...
There's no good answers for old.
Okay, yeah, first of all, when do you figure out what old is? Secondly, most people, like, there's a large population of people that have tattoos nowadays, and we're all gonna be old together. So what the fuck does anyone care now if like 50% of the population has tattoos and we're all old at the same time? It'll just be the new standard.
And it's like the tattoo-free skin's not gonna look better when you're old.
Yeah, it's gonna look bad anyway.
It's still the same mess.
And guess what? If I saw a grandma with a bunch of all tatted up grandma, I would think that was fucking rad.
Yeah.
I'd be like, that's kick-ass, grandma.
I want to see a granny with a KK slider tattoo.
Yeah, because I have a KK slider tattoo, and I will maybe be a granny if I live long.
We just have to wait.
Yeah, just wait and see me in like 40 years, and we'll see how I look then.